The Models of Deduction with the help of Sherlock Holmes. What do you think about when you read the word deduction? I immediately think of Sherlock Holmes, the famous detective from the novels of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. There are a lot of adaptations of this character's adventures. Very recently we had that famous film with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. And even, did you know that Dr. House from the famous TV show is based on this character? Okay, so I'm actually going to use my favorite adaptation, which is a modern take on the detective done by the BBC. It's called Sherlock, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you look it up because it's really, really great. It has Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman from The Hobbit in it. Okay, so I'm going to use this because for this character in this modern take, Sherlock Holmes actually has a blog online. It's called The Science of Deduction, and actually I've put here the link. You can go, it's actually a real website that the BBC put together. And in there, Sherlock explains what he does as a consulting detective, and he says, "This is what I do. I observe everything. From what I observe, I deduce everything. When I've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how mad it might seem, must be the truth. If you need assistance, contact me and we'll discuss its potential." Okay? So actually what he's doing is he is explaining what is deduction, what is to deduce. To deduce is to look at everything, look at all the evidence, and using reasoning, using your logic, is trying to figure out what the truth is. But obviously is something that we don't know 100% that is the truth. It's just using everything to make an educated guess. Okay? So to deduce is to arrive at a fact or a conclusion by reasoning, to draw as a logical conclusion, Okay, so we use models of deduction to explain something through how sure we are of something. And the models of deduction that we use with the present tense are must, might, may, could, and can't. Okay? And use thinking about how certain you are of something is how we use them. For example,
we use must when we are completely sure of the evidence we have. That is must.
Now, when something seems possible, but we're not completely sure, we use might, may, or could. We use them when we think something is possible, but we are not sure. And when we're certain about something being in the negative form, we use can't. We use it when we are sure that something is not true because of the evidence that we have. Okay? So look at this image of this man. Okay? He looks exhausted. He's asleep. We can see some medicine on the table right next to his bed, the nightstand, and there's a lot of tissues there. So what can we deduce? Okay, so we look at all the evidence and we think, well, he's not feeling well. Okay, he must be sick. Okay, or that we are sure because we can see the medicine and because he's asleep, and it looks like it's the daytime, so he's not at work. So we're very, very sure that he is sick. That's what we say, he must be sick. What do you think he is sick of? What is his sickness? Okay, there's not enough evidence to know for sure. So that's why we're going to use may, could, or might here. He may have the flu, he might have the flu, he could have the flu. Okay? And now there's some things we're sure that are not possible. So we can say he can't be feeling good. Okay? So just like that,
you are going to do some exercises to practice. You're going to see 3 different images. And what I want you to do is write some sentences with models of deduction, the ones you've studied already, must, might, may, could, and can't. You can send them to me by WhatsApp. It is not obligatory that you do them, but if you want to check if you have understood the topic, you can send them to me and I'll correct them for you. Thank you.